If I told you that there's a point on your body that you can massage for just 1 minute and that it could completely change your intimate life, you'd probably think I'm exaggerating. But let me tell you something I've seen in my practice treating men, and most of you are suffering in silence from erection and stamina problems in bed. And the worst part is that many don't know, the solution could literally be at your fingertips. I'm not talking about expensive pills, I'm not talking about invasive treatments or complicated therapies. I'm talking about a specific point on your body that when you stimulate it correctly can improve your blood flow, strengthen your erections, and help you have much more control during intimate moments. And the most incredible thing is that you only need 1 minute a day. Yes, you heard that right, 1 minute, but be careful. It's not just any point and it's not just any technique. If you do it wrong, you won't see results. If you do it right, changes can start appearing within days. So stay with me until the end because I'm going to reveal exactly where this point is, how to massage it correctly, the exact technique I recommend to my patients, and why it works from a medical standpoint. And I'll tell you something in advance, this point is so powerful that in traditional Chinese medicine, they call it the gate of life and death. It's located in an area that most men completely ignore, but that directly controls your ability to have firm erections and last as long as you want in bed. All right, let's get straight to the point because I know you're eager to know exactly where this magical point is. This point is located on your perineum, that area between your testicles and your anus. I know it might sound uncomfortable at first, but trust me when I say this is one of the most important areas of your anatomy when we're talking about male sexual health. In traditional Chinese medicine, this point is known as Hui Yin, or meeting of yin, and it's considered one of the most powerful acupressure points in the human body for sexual energy and vitality. It's located exactly in the center of the perineum, halfway between the scrotum and the anus. If you place your index or middle finger on that area and press gently upward, you'll feel a small depression, like a soft hollow. That's the exact point you're going to massage. Now let me explain why this point is so special and why massaging it can literally transform your sex life. From the perspective of Western medicine, this area is extraordinary because right there is the bulbospongiosus muscle, which is one of the most important muscles of the male pelvic floor. This muscle is responsible for the rhythmic contractions that occur during ejaculation and also helps completely empty the urethra after urination. But most important for what we're interested in today is that this muscle helps maintain penis rigidity during erection by compressing the veins that drain blood, functioning as a kind of valve that retains blood inside the penis and keeps it hard. But there's more. This perineum area isn't just skin and muscle, it's an incredibly rich neurological center. Branches of the pudendal nerve pass through here, which is the main nerve that innervates your entire genital area. This nerve is responsible for carrying sensations from your penis to your brain, and also for carrying orders from your brain to the muscles and blood vessels in your intimate area. When you stimulate this point with proper massage, you're activating all those nerve endings, which has several immediate beneficial effects. First, you improve communication between your brain and your genital area, which translates to faster and more effective responses when there's sexual stimulation. Your body simply responds better and faster. Second, by pressing and massaging this area, you're promoting an increase in blood flow to the entire pelvic region. It's like you're unblocking traffic on a congested highway. Blood starts circulating better, tissues receive more oxygen and nutrients, and the entire system functions more efficiently. This directly translates to firmer and longer-lasting erections. Third, and this is crucial for lasting longer in bed, you're strengthening the bulbospongiosus muscle and other pelvic floor muscles. A strong pelvic floor means much greater control over your ejaculation. Think of these muscles like the muscles in your arms. If you never exercise them, they weaken and you can't control them well. But if you work them regularly, they strengthen and you can control them at will. Now I want us to do something together right now. I want you to write in the comments what country or city you're watching from, and also tell me if you'd ever heard about the importance of the male pelvic floor for sexual function. Many men think the pelvic floor is just a women's thing, especially after pregnancy, but the reality is that you have one too, and it's equally important, perhaps even more important for your intimate life. Write your country and tell me if this is new to you or if you already knew about it. I love reading your comments and knowing that this information is reaching different parts of the world and is helping men like you who want to improve their intimate quality of life without resorting to expensive medications or treatments. So take a second, pause the video if necessary, and leave me your comment right now. I'll wait for you. Perfect. Now that you know exactly where this point is located and why it's so important, let's get to what really interests you: how to massage it correctly to get maximum benefits. Because knowing where the point is and knowing how to stimulate it the right way to see real results are two different things. There's a specific technique I recommend to my patients that combines principles of traditional Chinese medicine with modern pelvic floor physiotherapy knowledge. The first thing you need is privacy and a moment of calm. This isn't a massage you're going to do in a rush or while thinking about other things. You need to concentrate and connect with your body during that minute. Ideally, you should do it after a hot shower, when your muscles are relaxed and your circulation is active. You can do it lying on your back with your knees bent and feet resting on the bed, or you can also do it sitting in a comfortable chair. The position isn't as important as your ability to comfortably access the perineum area without tension in your body. Now, wash your hands well. This is fundamental for hygiene, and if you want, you can use a little natural oil like coconut or almond oil to make the massage more comfortable, although it's not strictly necessary. Place your index or middle finger, whichever is more comfortable, on the exact point I indicated before, that hollow in the center of the perineum between your testicles and your anus. Here comes the exact technique. The massage technique consists of applying firm but not painful pressure on that point. We're not talking about a superficial caress. You need to press with some firmness. Enough to feel that your finger is making contact with the deep tissue but without causing pain. If you feel pain, you're pressing too hard. The sensation should be of intense but pleasant pressure. It can even be slightly pleasurable. Once you have your finger in position with adequate pressure, you're going to perform slow circular movements clockwise. Imagine you're drawing small circles the size of a coin. Do this for 30 seconds, counting mentally or using a timer on your phone if you prefer. The pressure should be constant throughout the circular movement. After those 30 seconds, reverse the direction and make circles counterclockwise for another 30 seconds. Maintain the same firm pressure and slow, controlled movements. You've already completed a full minute of circular massage, but we're not done yet because there's an additional part that greatly enhances the results. Now you're going to do something different that's key to activating circulation. Maintain pressure on the point, but instead of circular movements, you're going to do rhythmic pulsating pressure. Press inward and upward for 2 seconds. As if you wanted to touch something internal, slightly relax the pressure for 2 seconds without removing your finger from the point and press again. Do this about 10 more times. This pulsating pressure is especially effective because it mimics the natural pumping of blood and helps improve circulation throughout the pelvic area in a very powerful way. It's like you're helping your heart pump blood specifically to that area. Here comes a very important piece of information you need to engrave in your mind. This massage is not an instant magic solution where you do the massage today, and tonight you already have a steel erection. Yes, some fortunate men report improvements from the first week, especially in the feeling of vitality in the area and in morning erections. But most need to be consistent for at least 2 to 3 weeks to start noticing significant changes in their sexual relations. Your body needs time to respond to the stimulus, muscles need time to strengthen, blood vessels need time to improve their function and become more elastic, and nerve connections need time to optimize and create new communication pathways. That's why my professional recommendation is that you do this massage every day without fail for at least a complete month. You can do it in the morning when you wake up or at night before sleeping, whichever you prefer according to your routine. But what's important is consistency and discipline. Mark it on your calendar, put it on your daily to-do list, do whatever is necessary not to forget it, because the results depend directly on your commitment to daily practice. And here comes something many of my patients ask me in consultation. Can I do this massage more than once a day to accelerate results? The answer is yes, you can do it up to 2 or 3 times a day if you want to see faster results, but no more than that, because you could overstimulate the area and cause irritation or excessive sensitivity. That would be counterproductive. Once or twice a day is more than enough for most men. Now let me tell you what exactly you can expect when you start practicing this massage regularly and consistently. The benefits you're going to experience are multiple and go beyond simply lasting longer in bed or having firmer erections. Although those are obviously the main benefits you're looking for and why you're watching this video. The first thing many men notice, even in the first 3 or 4 days, is a sensation of greater vitality and energy in the pelvic area. It's hard to describe if you haven't experienced it, but it's like you feel more life down there. More sensitivity, but in a good way. More connection with that part of your body that perhaps you'd been ignoring or had disconnected from. Some of my patients describe it as if a light that had been off for a long time had been turned on, as if that area had been asleep or numb and suddenly awakened. It's a pleasant tingling sensation, warmth, presence. After 1 or 2 weeks of constant practice without missing a single day, the next thing that usually appears is more frequent and firmer morning erections. If it's been a while since you experienced those erections upon waking, those we had when we were young, get ready because they'll very likely come back with force. And this is an excellent sign, an objective medical sign that your vascular and nervous system is responding positively to the treatment. Morning erections are a clear indicator of male sexual health. So when they return or become more frequent and firm, it's because things are improving at a real physiological level in your body. 3 or 4 weeks of daily practice, most men start noticing significant and evident improvements during sexual relations proper. Erections arrive faster when there's stimulation, they're noticeably harder and firmer to the touch, and they last much longer without losing rigidity. And here's one of the most valued benefits by my patients, and probably the one that interests you most. Control over ejaculation improves dramatically. Men who previously ejaculated in 1 or 2 minutes after penetration report to me that they can now last 5, 10, even 15 minutes or more, with total control over when they want to ejaculate. Let me explain in detail why this massage specifically helps you last longer in bed, because this is one of the points that interests men most and where I see the most confusion. Premature ejaculation or lack of ejaculatory control isn't just a problem of anxious and inexperienced young men, as many believe. Many mature men, especially after 50, also experience it, especially when there are erection problems involved. What happens is that when your erection isn't as firm as you'd like, when you feel it could be lost at any moment, your body enters a kind of evolutionary emergency mode where it tries to ejaculate quickly before the erection is lost. It's a reproductive survival mechanism if you look at it from an evolutionary standpoint. Your body thinks this might be your only chance to leave offspring, so it accelerates the entire process. But obviously, it's not what you want to enjoy a full and satisfying sexual relationship. When you strengthen your pelvic floor through this daily massage and improve your blood flow to the genital area, your erections become more reliable, firmer, and more predictable, which completely eliminates that subconscious anxiety that accelerates ejaculation. Your mind relaxes because it knows the erection will maintain, and that mental relaxation translates to much greater physical control. But there's something even more important from a physiological standpoint. The bulbospongiosus muscle, the one you're stimulating and strengthening directly with the perineum massage, is precisely the muscle that contracts rhythmically and involuntarily during ejaculation. It's the muscle that propels semen outward. When this muscle is weak from lack of use or the passage of years, you have very little control over it. It's like it activates on its own without you being able to do anything about it, firing at the slightest stimulus. But when you strengthen it consciously with this daily massage, you acquire the ability to control it voluntarily. It's exactly similar to what happens with any other muscle in your body. If your biceps are weak and atrophied, you can't control them well. You can't make precise movements with them. But when you train and strengthen them at the gym, you can move and control them at will. You can make precise and controlled movements. The same happens with the bulbospongiosus muscle and the other pelvic floor muscles that control your ejaculation. Now let me share with you some additional tips that will exponentially multiply the results of the massage and will accelerate your sexual recovery. Your diet plays an absolutely crucial role in your sexual health, much more than most men imagine. There are specific foods that promote blood flow and nitric oxide production, which is the key molecule for erections, and other foods that obstruct it and worsen your sexual function. You want to consume more foods rich in antioxidants like berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, dark green leafy vegetables like spinach and kale. You also need foods that promote nitric oxide production in your body, like beets, garlic, nuts, especially walnuts, dark chocolate with high cocoa percentage, watermelons, and green leafy vegetables. Nitric oxide is the molecule that allows blood vessels to dilate and relax, including specifically the blood vessels of the penis. So it's absolutely fundamental for achieving and maintaining firm erections. On the other hand, you need to drastically reduce or completely eliminate alcohol, especially in excess, because although a little alcohol can help you relax and reduce performance anxiety, too much alcohol very negatively affects your erectile function, both short and long term. The same applies to tobacco, which is literally one of the worst enemies of vascular health and erections. Every cigarette you smoke constricts your blood vessels, reduces blood flow to your penis, and damages the inner lining of your arteries. If you smoke, your number one priority above everything else should be to quit if you want to recover your sexual function. It's also fundamental that you stay physically active with regular exercise. Cardiovascular exercise improves your general circulation, strengthens your heart and vascular system, helps you maintain a healthy weight, reduces your stress and anxiety, and all this directly translates to better sexual function and firmer erections. You don't need to become an athlete or spend hours at the gym. By walking briskly 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, you're already making a significant difference in your cardiovascular and sexual health. If you can add some strength training 2 or 3 times a week, even better. There are some common and serious mistakes that men make when they start practicing this massage, and I want to warn you about them so you don't fall into the same traps and waste your time. The first mistake is doing it with too much force or for too long, thinking that more intensity or more time equals better or faster results. This doesn't work that way at all. The key to success is in adequate pressure, correct technique, and daily consistency, not in extreme intensity or marathon sessions. If you press too hard, you can irritate sensitive tissues, cause inflammation, and even generate the opposite effect to what you're looking for, delaying your results. The second very common mistake is being impatient and giving up after just a few days or a week because they don't see immediate and dramatic results. As I told you before, your body needs time to adapt and respond to this new stimulus. Give it at least 3 or 4 weeks of absolutely consistent daily practice before evaluating whether it's working or not. Patience and discipline are your best allies in this process. The third mistake is not paying enough attention to the exact location of the point and ending up massaging nearby areas, but not the correct point. Some men massage too close to the anus, others too close to the testicles, and then complain that it doesn't work. You have to be precise and careful. Look for that small hollow exactly in the center of the perineum. That's your specific target zone. Finally, I want you to know something very important. This perineum massage and these techniques I've taught you today are not a universal magic solution for absolutely all male sexual problems that exist. There are serious and complex medical conditions that require specialized professional attention with a urologist or sexual medicine specialist. If you have poorly controlled diabetes with constantly elevated sugar levels, severe cardiovascular disease with very obstructed arteries, significant neurological damage from pelvic surgery or spinal injury, critically low testosterone levels, or severe side effects from medications you're taking for other chronic conditions, it's very likely you'll need more complete and professional medical treatment in addition to these natural techniques. The perineum massage and exercises I've explained are extremely powerful and effective complementary tools, but they don't replace professional medical care when it's truly necessary due to underlying health conditions. My professional recommendation is that if you've had significant sexual problems for more than 3 months that affect your quality of life, consult with a specialized doctor to rule out serious underlying causes that need specific treatment. That said, even if you discover you need medications like sildenafil or some other medical treatment, these natural techniques will greatly enhance the effects of whatever treatment you're receiving. There's no contraindication or problem combining perineum massage with erectile dysfunction medications or any other medical treatment. In fact, many of my patients who initially needed medications tell me that after practicing these techniques consistently for a few weeks, they need lower doses of medication or use it much less frequently than before. That's a great additional benefit because you reduce the economic costs of treatment and also reduce the possible unwanted side effects of medications. Remember that your sexual health is an early indicator of your general and cardiovascular health. Erection problems are often the first warning sign that something isn't right with your blood vessels throughout your body. The arteries that carry blood to the penis are smaller and thinner than the coronary arteries of the heart, which is why problems appear first in your erectile function before heart problems appear. So when you take care of your sexual health with techniques like this massage, when you take care of your diet, when you exercise regularly, and when you control your stress, you're not only improving your intimate life, you're taking care of your general cardiovascular health and preventing much more serious health problems in the future. I sincerely hope this information has been useful to you and that you start practicing this massage starting today. Remember that consistency and patience are key to seeing real and lasting results. Don't give up if you don't see immediate changes in the first few days. Give your body the time it needs to heal and strengthen. Your intimate life, your confidence, and your partner relationship will thank you. Take good care of yourself and see you in the next video with more health tips.